blah. Okay, maybe perhaps from a certain perspective, Bitcoin is like on a hyperinflation scale kind of thing. Yeah, because if you look at some of the okay, let's talk a few seconds about fiat, like a German mark in World War One or two, after World War One or something. So their currency went into inflation and it becomes very, very, very high. So they introduce a new currency and cut a lot of zeros behind from the old currency, and then that's where the new currency becomes after that. Yeah, then you see, if I'm not wrong, Venezuela and some of the South America countries.
Yeah.
So when hyperinflation hits,
$1
no longer goes to $1. It becomes $1 million, or at some point there's this country called Zimbabwe, if I'm not wrong. They have a 100 trillion dollar note. So, but that 1 trillion note doesn't worth a lot in US currency, in US dollar. So what they do, or what typically a government would do if they reach this stage, is that they'll try to cut the number of zeros and introduce a new currency to it, so it's a little bit like for this Satoshi and Bitcoin thing, it almost feels like the same way what they're suggesting. It's like, 100 million sets each Bitcoin, like this article mentioned, at Bitcoin's current price, a Satoshi dollar value will be 0.0005776. Yeah, that is basically cutting the zero off the back, or
that's right.
add zero in front, Yeah, so it's like, okay, so you're telling us that Bitcoin is in hyperinflation for some people, Yeah, so introduce this Satoshi thing. There's good and bad, honestly speaking. The good is it helps people helps people feel less burdened, or mentally feel less threatening when they buy a cryptocurrency. But in actual fact, what they are suggesting here is that they are suggesting that Bitcoin is in hyperinflation, and then they want to introduce something that is 8-digit lesser in value, in visual value, but it still costs the same. If you're going to buy one Bitcoin, it is still going to be 50 over 1,000. It's just that one Satoshi is 0.00000 something. Yeah. So I would feel that where he's coming from is because of hyperinflation, to remove the feeling of hyperinflation, so that Bitcoin can go up to 100,000 soon.
Yeah, that's right, and that's the reason to try to attract more people. Okay, so we go to the next article. Is about some of the topic last 3 days is on Ethereum submit.
Yeah,
they share about thing privacy in crypto is privilege was keeping. They discuss. They say something about the privacy in the cryptocurrency. Yeah, this is some of the discuss of some of the other project, and they share thing about the privacy. Look like Edward Snowden. He also share information to us about Bitcoin must be private by design. It's been in the beginning, Bitcoin. If you want to check the order, you need to have the Bitcoin address, and you can check how many coin does they have, did they have receive or spend to that Bitcoin address. But that is still have a little bit privacy because that's just the address of the Bitcoin address. So people they don't know who is the owner of that address. Yeah, and then the other people they can do the mixing and they can hide the amount of the cryptocurrency via so many mixing services, and and we uh, we are here and we have looked a lot on the discussion on Ethereum 2021, and we learned a lot from this, and we received a lot of information from it. Example we share to our audience today is about the Coinbase, some of the some of the employee in the Coinbase they said that should have gone if Coinbase do the public use their token or something like that, and
Right.
it can earn more. It can earn more than do the IPO. It's based on the one of the employee in Coinbase. He said that. I also don't know because the Coinbase go to Nasdaq, and Nasdaq is one of the famous stock exchange in US, and Olaf Carson he says Coinbase would be valued at over double what is when the public gone uh, to uh, to Nasdaq, because he may be the one who suggested Coinbase run ERC20 token and trade on a DeFi, something like that. Maybe because people they should know that Coinbase is a centralized company based in US, so it must follow the regulation in US. That is the reason why the Coinbase must do the IPO in US, not running or do some kind of a token and do on DeFi like the succession.
Yeah. Actually, I would agree with you. Yeah, because if you look at Coinbase, US is trying to do a lot of things to put crypto put crypto businesses into a net.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so of course Coinbase, if they are from US, if they want to do a legit business, they have to listen to the rules and follow the rules. Of course,
follow the regulation.
yeah. At that point, when they do the list, they got listed in Nasdaq. Ethereum was $2,300, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ethereum, 14th of April, right? So this is 23 of April. Ethereum was around this price, nearly 230, or maybe hanging around there. So this employee probably think that, yeah, if we if we go public on Ethereum, then our price would have almost doubled right now, because yesterday the price of Bitcoin went up to 4,000 plus. So today it is about 3,900 plus up and down. Yeah. So, but if you look at it from a business perspective and a corporate perspective of anyone who will run a company in the US, they will have to perhaps they just for Coinbase at the same time when they want to go public, and the US government is wanting to regulate them or regulate crypto in general. Yeah, so if they go with the flow, they get a better standing with SEC. Yeah. Also, at the same time, if you go on Nasdaq, you are collecting fiat. So if you need fiat, you go public on fiat exchanges. Yeah. But I'm not sure whether collect in fiat or collect in crypto or from crypto funds, Yeah, so in any way, it is to boost the government's confidence in crypto at the same time as the public's confidence in crypto for a
Yeah.
company like Coinbase. Yeah, so it's a good thing for the crypto community that they get listed in Nasdaq, because more people will hear about Bitcoin, right?
Yeah,
Or rather
that's right.
cryptocurrency. Yeah, so let them do it.
Yeah, so it's look like there is on the next day is a bridge between the traditional market to crypto market. Yeah, it's good. It's a good win-win solution for both. It's look like there's a quotation from Binance say that say to the Coinbase, you take care of Wall Street, I will take care of Wall Street. Yeah, it's some of the workplace in I see on Binance Twist. Yeah,
Yeah.
when the Coinbase list on the Nasdaq, and he says you take care of Wall Street and I will take care of the Wall Street. And then we go to the this one. This one is a discussion between Galaxy.
This
My
guy has been making a lot of news. Mike
no,
Novogratz.
no, this discussion
Yeah,
during the
yeah, of course.
yeah
I think this guy, his face looks quite okay. I think a lot of people like his face, so they like what he said too.
yeah, and
You
he's
know,
also
you know,
saying
for your information, there was I was being taught, that if you're going to trade a company share or options in the fiat market and all this, you go and look at the company profile. You go and look at whoever is behind all these things that you are preparing to invest, or all these shares that you're preparing to invest. You look at their profile and you see whether you like the person's face or not, whether the person looks honest or not. So if you don't like the face, then please don't invest, because after you invest, you start to think whether will he do something, will the price go down? Yeah, so it's psychology.
the psychology like when you go to the shop, the store, you see the seller, if the people pretty nice. Of course, you can spend huge amount
Yeah,
of money to buy
yeah.
the item.
If your school teacher looks fierce all the time, you don't like to go to school anymore.
Yeah, that's yeah. And this article said also again, Mike Novogratz so say SEC didn't protect the consumer with the risk scale because just yeah, and in brief, he says his firm. Oh, the Galaxy Digital is one of the digital firm, and is going to he decide the SEC for allow the landscape Bitcoin Trust to function absent of approving the true Bitcoin ETF, because his firm also submit for the ETF in the US. His firm
Right.
is one of several hoping to launch allow investors get exposure to cryptocurrency, and then now he's the one who try to get the approval from the ETF, and I also don't know. And also we see the landscape Bitcoin Trust is one of the firm hold a the largest measure of the BTC nowadays in the world. Yeah, that's why SEC approved for Grayscale. And
Yeah.
then and then he's the one who said the thing that SEC the cannot protect the consumer. I also don't know why he said the thing like that, because he said about if the price of the Bitcoin is too volatile, and then it's so hard for SEC to manage. It's very
yeah, if you scroll down, I don't know where you are in the article, but I'm looking at the article at the same time as well.
Yeah.
So he mentioned something like, it's a job of regulators to take care of consumers, and he don't think that they did a great job during a Trump administration, because what, in a gray trust or grayscale trust situation, if you're a consumer and you are buying Bitcoin, you're actually buying Bitcoin at 20 to 30% premium being arbitraged by hedge funds. So you're like, what? If Bitcoin is 60,000, I'm going to buy it. People are buying it at nearly 70,000 because it's 20 to 30% premium, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that should be what he's trying to say. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Then where an ETF has been much more elegant solution. So I guess where he's coming from is because of this 20 to 30% premium. But you look at it from investor point of view, if I go to this exchange and I want to invest in some stocks or some whatever, there's that any product that the exchange is offering. Yeah. So, but I am going to buy 20% more than what other people are buying, you know. So that's perhaps what he actually meant. Yeah. So that notion, when he said that the SEC is not protecting consumers, yeah, maybe that's exactly what he meant. Yeah. So because consumers, if they go out in the public, they are getting a price, and they come here to and they are getting A plus 20%. So yeah, so this kind of set that they are actually doing that. Yeah, but of course, crypto is something that is fluid. It takes time to grow. Of course, for the last 2017 until now, there has been a slow but steady progress until the last 1 year, where it start to move up furiously again. Yeah. So the thing about Bitcoin, the thing about cryptocurrency is that if you are investing in Bitcoin, you know, so you just follow what this big guy says. But if you are investing in alternative currencies, so I would suggest that all you listeners to go and do some read ups, see whether you trust this company, see whether you trust this project, and then you make an assumption and you make a decision to invest after that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. That is some of the ideas, some of the news we need to share to our audience from this early morning. Some brief share to our audience about Ethereum submit, and we also have some of the other some of the talk between the about Vitalik on the during the submit on also not only on the decrypt YouTube, but also we also have some of the record on our the other channel, TikTok channel. So we will share to you the link through the description of this video. If you request, you also can place a comment if you want, and then we can reply the comment with this. And we hope you have a nice news working day, news week ahead. Okay, and we need to complete the live stream today. See you in the next live stream. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. See you. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. Yeah. So to round up the whole thing, yeah, if you look at the BTC price, 55,555, and then you see from last Friday until today. So there is, of course, in the middle of in between the movement of the price, Bitcoin actually went up to 58,000, I think 59,000 or something, and then it come down up and down. So today it's settled at 56, 55 plus. So same with BNB. BNB actually went up to what 6, 8 plus or something like that. Yeah, then so now it's back down to 6.3 plus, 6.4 plus. Yeah, so of course I'm expecting BNB to go much higher. Yeah, so I'm expecting it to break 700 actually. Yeah, so ETH, of course, the other famous one for these few weeks. Yeah, ETH has been moving on a steady gradient. Yesterday, the last couple of days, is just above $4,000. Yeah, so it's a surreal thing. When me and Richard was talking about the price, it's just not too long ago we were talking about whether it will hit 3,000. Now it's 4,000.
Yeah, nice. To 4,000,
Yeah,
yeah. And it's
yeah.
on the
So
way to 6,000.
yeah, I'm expecting it to go into that directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so similar with Ethereum. I was telling him BNB is at the same stage where
To
Ethereum
1,000.
was
Yeah.
nearly about 8, 9 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so uh, of course I'm not expecting BNB to reach 3, 4 thousand in 9 months time by the end of
Yeah.
the year. Maybe it will happen, but if it goes to 2,000, I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay. So see you, and I hope all our investor or our trader can give the right decision and earn more profits.